Welcome to Analects of Wisdom. Today we explore the extraordinary life and teachings of Jiddu Krishnamurti, a man who devoted his life to understanding the mind, freeing humanity from conditioned thought, and discovering truth beyond all boundaries. His journey was one of profound questioning, a relentless pursuit of freedom and insight that continues to inspire seekers worldwide. Krishnamurti was born in 1895 in colonial India, into a Brahmin family that lived modestly despite their high caste. As a child, he was frail, introspective, and often described as distant, seemingly untouched by the world around him. His life changed dramatically when he was discovered by the Theosophical Society, an organization that believed he was destined to become the world teacher, a spiritual guide for all of humanity. The young Krishnamurti was groomed for this role, educated in the West and surrounded by adoring followers. Yet, even as the Theosophists built a movement around him, Krishnamurti began to question everything. The death of his brother Nitya in 1925 deeply shook him, and he came to see the very notion of a world teacher as an illusion. In 1929, in an act of profound courage, he dissolved the organization created in his name, declaring, "Truth is a pathless land, and you cannot approach it by any path whatsoever, by any religion, by any sect." With these words, Krishnamurti renounced organized religion, authority, and the role of spiritual leader, choosing instead to dedicate his life to guiding others towards self-understanding and freedom. His teachings revolve around a radical idea that true freedom begins when we liberate ourselves from the conditioning of the mind. Krishnamurti challenged his listeners to observe their thoughts and emotions without judgment or attachment, to question their beliefs and to see life with fresh eyes. He often asked, "Can you look at a flower, a tree, or another human being without labeling or categorizing? Can you experience the world as it is without the interference of thought?" For him, this ability to see clearly was the essence of meditation, a state of choiceless awareness where the mind is silent and attentive. Relationships, he taught, are a mirror through which we understand ourselves. The conflicts and divisions we experience with others, he said, are often projections of our own fears, desires, and insecurities. He believed that the root of global conflict lies in the divisions we create, national, religious, and ideological. When you identify as a Hindu, a Muslim, or a Christian, he said, you separate yourself from humanity. This division is the root of violence. For Krishnamurti, the transformation of the world began with the transformation of the individual. Unlike many spiritual teachers, Krishnamurti offered no rituals, no methods, and no doctrines. He insisted that truth could not be systematized or handed down. It had to be discovered anew by each individual. His approach to meditation was equally unconventional. There was no mantra, no posture, only the simple act of observing the mind as it is. He also emphasized the importance of education, founding schools in India, England, and the United States that encouraged students to think critically, question authority, and approach learning as an exploration of life itself. Krishnamurti's teachings are preserved in his books, which remain as relevant today as ever. Works like Freedom from the Known, The First and Last Freedom, and Think on These Things are profound guides to self-discovery, exploring themes of fear, love, freedom, and awareness. You can find links to these books in the show description if you'd like to dive deeper into his ideas. Krishnamurti often reminded his audiences not to follow him, but to discover the truth for themselves. "I am not important," he said. "What matters is the inquiry itself." His legacy is not a set of doctrines, but an invitation to explore, to observe, and to question the assumptions that limit our understanding of life. Thank you for joining on this exploration of Jiddu Krishnamurti's life and teachings. His story challenges us to go beyond the known, to live with greater awareness, and to embrace the freedom that comes with seeing life as it truly is. As we part, Consider this. What does freedom mean to you? How might you begin to observe your mind without judgment or interference? Until next time, may these reflections inspire you to live with clarity and intention.